Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mind of Iggy. Iggy's mind and what goes on in there rolls around here and there. Things that are going on. Just wanted to stop by and say hi, see how everybody's doing. I hope you're all doing well. It is Wednesday, and today my granddaughter goes to her first kindergarten class, first day of school, so I'm pretty excited about that. So, why am I here today? Because I just want to say hi and see how everybody's doing. Number two, I wanted to share something with you that I thought was pretty important. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are very fearful right now. There are a lot of people who are really scared. There are a lot of people who are not scared and not fearful at all. So I'm here to say, and this is generally what I'm feeling right now. It doesn't mean that it couldn't change. But there's a lot of people manifesting fear right now. And you know what? Even though those of you who are manifesting positivity and good things in your lives and things are coming to you, there's another group of people out there who are manifesting the fear of everything could possibly go wrong. Okay? So it's the yin and yang of humanity. Okay? It's the yin and yang of life. That when you are moving in the direction of positivity and you're moving in the direction of doing things that should help you get to a better place where you want to be, there's another group of people who are doing the complete opposite of you, who are completely scared and they believe that things have to be a certain way. And you know, the question is, which one supersedes the other? Which one becomes more powerful? Which one becomes more real in reality? Even though the reality is yours and you believe what you believe, there's always going to be people around you who don't believe or are not even in alignment with what you believe in. And that's okay. It's good to be here. You know, for a lot of people, it's not good to be here. And for other people, it's good to be here. For me, I would rather to say it's good for me to be here than not be here. But you know, there are other people who don't align with that energy, and that's okay. And I guess I'm here to tell you is, right now in the world, we are moving into an energetic path of fear. Big fear, not just little fear, it's big fear. It's just fear of the unknown, fear of the pandemic, fear of war, fear of this. So how do we move from that energy? One person at a time. That's all we can really do. One person at a time. Yeah, there are going to be things in your life that are going to challenge you. There are going to be things in your life that are going to make you feel a certain way. There are going to be things in life where you just wake up one day, you don't feel like being positive. You don't feel, but here, the fear is real. Right now, we are living and we are trusting and we are putting our trust and our faith in people who we say are smarter than us, okay, and more intelligent than us. And we hope that they get it right. We vote for people who we believe are smart, are well-educated, have enough power. But most of these people are in a position they are because, number one, politicians, number one, usually aren't really your smartest people. They just happen to be in the right place at the right time and have, you know, the right connections, and they're involved with the right kind of people, and they're in it. And they're in the flow, and they're in the math, in that energy. So that's why they attract what they attract, and that's why they get what they get, because they're in it. You can't be a politician and sit in your car, okay? If you want to be a politician, you go out, you become part of a political party, you become part of the system. You pay your dues in the system, and then the system pays you back or doesn't. One of the two happen, okay? So that's how that works. You want to be a doctor? Well, you usually go to school, and you usually study, and you usually end up and get a diploma at the end. This is usually how things work, okay? So this is how things usually evolve as you are a human being. So wherever you're putting your energy, wherever you're putting your ideas, your beliefs, your emotions, your feelings, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get more of that. And you're going to test it, try it. I guarantee you, if you are among people who vibrate at a frequency similar to yours, because not everybody vibrates frequently. And you know, some people don't even believe that we vibrate. But we do. We are energetic beings, okay? We are beings that have spirits and souls. We are beings that we are much more than our physical bodies. But a lot of people don't believe that. So when you don't believe that, you're going to resonate with people who don't believe that stuff. So you're going to find they find each other, okay? Just like flies find poop, okay? They find it, all right? People are the same way. We find what we want. We find what we want to align ourselves with. If you want to go to a drum circle, you will find a drum circle. You won't send me 50 messages saying, where's the next drum circle? How do I get the drum circle? Keep me posting drum circle. No. The person who truly wants to be part of something will find a way to connect to it. I really believe that. If you really want to be part of something, you will connect to it. If you really want something in your life, you will really find ways to connect to it. The illusion is that we think that things are just going to fall in our lap, that things are just going to magically appear, like the Lucky Charms guy on the box, magically delicious, No, it doesn't work that way, my friends. If I want things to happen in my life, if I want specific things to occur, then I need to make it happen. I'm the only one who can. I'm the only human being who can make things work. That's it. That's it. You study for an exam, you work hard, you do your best can, and then you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work out. And it's not because you didn't try, you didn't believe or whatever. It's because sometimes the frequencies don't match the things that you're doing. Sometimes we do things, and we do things over and over, We keep doing the same thing over and over and want the same results, and we don't get it. It's because we have to calibrate and adjust our feelings and our emotions in the things who we are and how we perceive and how we project out to the world and what we're spewing out to the world and what we're sharing out to the world. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, when you are afraid, you're going to attract more fear. If you are happy, you will attract happiness. If you attract fear and happiness, you're going to attract them both. Because that's how it works. It just works. I don't know the dynamics. I don't know how it all happens, but it just does. Now, another thing is we have to believe what we believe. You can't be wishy-washy. You can't be flaky, because if you're wishy-washy and flaky, people can see it. People can tell you right off the bat if you're flaky or washy. And I'm not trying to be mean, not to be crass, but you know what? If you believe something and you truly believe it, stand by it. People will have more respect for you because you stand by what you believe versus you going, riding the fence is okay. No problem with that. I ride the fence a lot because I have friends on both sides of the field. But eventually you have to say, hey, I get that. Yeah, and I get that. And then sometimes you're like, no, I don't get that. And I don't want that. That's not what I want in my life. I don't want that. You're going to lose a lot of relationships here in the next 60 to 12 months. Okay? 60 days to 12 months. You're going to lose a lot of relationships. But you're going to gain new ones. You're going to gain new ones. You're going to be heartbroken because the ones you're not going to like, you're going to be upset because the people who left you. You're going to be upset because you're going to leave in people. But you know what? Sometimes we have to move forward on this journey called life. Because you know what? The stagnation is sometimes the people that we surround ourselves around. Sometimes the stagnation is the things that we're listening to, the books we're reading, the music we're listening to, the ideas that we're hanging on to. Self-evaluate. Ask yourself, what are my core beliefs? What do I value? What's important to me? Who's important to me? Why is it important to me? Is it important to me? Because sometimes we look at things, we're going, I'm not sure if I really believe what I'm believing anymore. Because you have the right to change your mind. You have the right to change your feelings and emotions about how you feel about things. Now, this is just my mind and how it works, and life experiences I'm just sharing with you, and just a collective mind. You're going to have friends who are completely opposite of you, and that's cool. That's awesome. You're going to have to learn how to dance with these people. You're going to have to learn how to communicate with these people. You're going to learn to be in their presence. They're going to have to learn to be in your presence. But here's the thing. A lot of times, we invite people into our lives who are completely different than us, and we're the ones dancing on eggshells. We're the ones feeling uncomfortable because we don't want to lose them, because we don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to hurt anybody. But you're doing yourself more harm when you don't speak your true voice and your true tongue, in your heart. I'm not saying you have to badger and destroy somebody because you believe something. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you speak your true voice, your true heart, your true feelings, your true emotions, do it with candor, do it with class, do it with discernment. Do it with a precious understanding that everybody's different, that everybody has a different point of view, and everybody has a different way of expressing themselves. And with that, that's it. The fear that we're living right now is real to some people. Some people look at me and they go, are you afraid? I'm not afraid, man. What is there to be afraid of? I've been living here for 54 years on this planet, and you know what? I've seen some crazy stuff, all right? I've had crazy stuff happen to me. I've been hurt, injured, run over, you name it. And now we're moving into a situation where now we're putting more fear into people, putting fear into young people. And that's where I get upset when we teach the young people fear. That's where I'm getting really frustrated right now with the world, teaching our children to be fearful. We're not teaching our kids. Us as adults who have children have to step to the plate and say, hey, kids, this is the realities. This is how we see it, and this is how the world sees it. This is how other people are interpreting things that are happening. Because what the world experiences doesn't mean you're experiencing the same thing. Just because the news tells you it's this way doesn't mean that you're experiencing it, that you even have to feel that. And teach your kids, if you have nephews or nieces, teach them that there is fearful things, but they don't have to live in fear. To live in fear is horrible. To live in fear that that things are going to happen to you if you don't do certain things. The separation, the segregation, all this stuff. I grew up in that. I grew up in segregation, but a different type of segregation. Where white kids went to school, black kids went to school, and Hispanic kids went to the school. We got bussed over here. We got shoved over here. We moved through that, I hope, to some degree. And now we're doing it again. And I'm going to get personal here. We're doing it with the mask mandates and people's vaccination cards and stuff. Telling people that they can't come in here or go in there because they don't have a card. That's segregation, discrimination. Period. I don't care what you say. In my mind, you have your mind, I have my mind. My mind says that's discrimination, that's segregation, okay? And that's separating people from people and teaching our kids that kind of stuff's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I have grandkids, I have kids. You believe what you want to believe, I'll believe what I want to believe. But I will never discriminate against somebody because they have a different belief than mine. And because they have a different feel, and a different idea, an ideology than mine. I'm not going to live in the fear. You can join me not living in the fear, or you can stay in the fear, or you can just be educated well enough. None of us are smart enough to understand what truly is going on. We can only trust that what we are seeing in front of us is for the greater good. But who gets to decide the greater good? The people I talked about earlier, the politicians, the ones who probably don't give two craps about you, and the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies and all these big conglomerates that make a lot of money off our backs. Yes, I said it, off our backs. We are where we are because we have allowed it, period. This is Iggy's mind. This is my belief. Is it true? I don't know. But part of me feels that we're being duped, we're being used. Is there something going on? Yes, I do believe there's something going on. I'm not going to be that stupid and not naive. But I also understand that we can't punish each other or be put into this situation where we have to hurt each other, okay? Because somebody is telling us to do that. Okay, because they tell me I have to do this, I do that. So everything I do. I remember in America where we stood up and we believed things and we never told anybody. I remember when we wouldn't say things when a woman wanted to abort a child because she felt she had the right to, no one said anything. Are we going to go to that point now? Are we going to speak up and say that women are stupid because they're doing that? Are we going to say that? Is that where we're going? Is that the road we're heading down? The women have the right to protect their bodies. Men have the right to protect their bodies. Children have the right to protect their bodies. We all have the right to protect ourselves. You can't have one with the other. You can't just say one with the other. You can't give me half the story and piece of the story, You either say, hey, you know what? My religion says no. I don't believe it. But you know what? We live in so much fear and so much disruption and so much corruption. Okay? That's why we feel, and that's why we're having the issues we're having. Okay? I'm not here to say that you're right or wrong and I'm right and whoever. No. But I'm telling you, think very carefully and very clean and very open your mind when it comes to when they're telling you what to do. Now, I'm not some radical thinker. No. I'm a person who just thinks. All right? And you should be thinking, what's next? Is there next? Maybe not. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, all right? Be careful, America. Be careful, world. Okay? When you start giving away pieces and parts of yourself to people who create the fear, okay, that's very dangerous steps we're taking. All right. Other than that, I have not much more to say, but I believe this is important. It comes from my heart, it comes from my spirit, and I'm always going to speak what I feel is true. If you agree with me, fine. If you don't, fine. But I have to speak what I feel because there are people out there who need to hear it. There are people out there who want to be in alignment with moving forward in a positive, great way. And I'm not going to live in no more fear. I'm not going to live in that place where I have to worry about every person who stands next to me or every person who just coughs, or every person who sneezes. Come on, man. Are we really there? Are we at that place that someone can't even blow their freaking nose anymore or have a cough or have a nose dripping or a little booger dripping down their nose? Is that how pathetic we've gotten as a society? What happened to wash your hands and all this crap? 6 feet of separation, 3 feet of separation. Last time I checked, you have to be 30 feet away at most if someone sneezes on you. I'm really afraid where we're heading and where we're going as a society, as a world. Not just an American society. I'm talking about the world, okay? I watched the Afghanistan thing the other day, how that went down. All those people on the plane. Where's the 6 feet of separation there? Did anybody care about those people? Were there any masks on those people? Are those people being transported across the country to our country in different countries? Is there fear there? Where's the fear there? I didn't see anybody too fearful about that. If it was so fearful, we would have this thing in plan. Now, I hope that Afghanistan is able to recover from whatever they recover. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I can't give you too much input. But I saw a lot of people, and I watched videos where people fell to their deaths because they were trying to leave, because they were fear of the oppression. They were so fearful they would rather hang on to a plane and hopefully maybe make it. And this is what happened. This is what happened. Now, you do what's best for you. That's all I'm going to leave you with. You want to wear a mask, you want to not wear a mask, leave that with you. That's your choice. It should be a choice. It shouldn't be a mandate. It shouldn't be a command. It shouldn't be a law. If you watch what the Homeland Security posted the other day about people talking about conspiracies and, talking about things that I'm talking about, that I'm considered a terrorist, I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a freedom fighter. I'm just Iggy. I'm just Nacho Garcia. That's it. Who was born on this planet in 1966, December 8th, 1966. Okay? My parents are gone. I'm alone. I have my family. And here I am doing the best I can with the information in front of me and all the things that, that I'm able to move through this world. One day I will not be here. And I hope that my ancestors taught me right. And I hope that my grandkids learn to ask a lot of questions and not just comply and not just be good old obedient dogs. Because that's not who we are. That's not what humanity is. We're not just obedient dogs. Okay, with that, I'm done. I'm getting fired up. I can go on. I'll leave some for my show, okay? But other than that, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that some of you understand that I'm not being critical or mean. I'm just feeling what I'm feeling. And I know some of you agree with me and some of you don't, and that's okay. It doesn't mean we can't be friends. It just means we just have to approach each other differently and understand that we have different views in different ways because we're all different, but yet we're all related. We're all from the same source. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. Ho'oponopono, irisikwi, matakuyasin, oho. Peace and love, guys. Take care. Just do the best you can. Teach your kids right. Teach your kids what you feel is right and it's important. And if your kids challenge you and your kids don't want to do it, don't be upset with them because they have their own minds too. And they have the right to choose as well. All right, guys, take care and be well. I'll see you soon.